Can he take the next step? Can he take out life? We shall find out as our next game begins now.
The F7 button is our friend again, Mr. Remo, as well as the color indicator. Can Moon seriously eliminate 5 in a row? Do we, by the way, have this Grim Reaper meme already? We definitely need it for Moon in this tournament. Here is the tail of the tape, everybody. Moon from South Korea versus Life from China. According to the stats, Moon goes into this as the favorite, but as Remo Demo very eloquently put it yesterday, stats are schmats, and we gotta see what's happening on the broadcast here today. The living legend, can he push it one round further?
Yeah, these two players haven't even had many encounters against each other, right? Since Life's return. As you guys may remember, Life retired back in 2019 and then came back towards 2023, 2024. Since then, only 4 matches between the two, despite both being very active. So over more than 1 year, only 4 matches. All those indeed went to Moon, Neil. You're right. The stats seem to favor Moon, but stats are indeed schmats.
It is a bit fascinating to me. Like, Life has one of the best Night of mechanics, I would say. Still, he doesn't have a crazy track record in Night of Mirror. He's 2-2 this year versus Lawlion. He's 0-2 versus Moon. Only against Colorful, he has a positive track record, and Kaho is, of course, beating everyone in these Mirror matches. So that doesn't translate too well. Tells me that maybe game sense and strategies are a bit more important, even in Bear Mirror, than pure mechanics.
Yeah, more innovation and more strategy indeed has crept its way in, as we've seen also today by Moon. Expansion play, Chim play, Dryad play, all of that is something you want to consider today. As Life is creeping a quick level 2 here. Actually, not quite. He picked up the 2 items first. This is a very cool opening, by the way. He picked up 2 items, and he's still in time to get to the middle green camp. He healed up already to contest the next little spot.
Yeah, that was super fast. Life, of course, a ladder legend. Thousands and thousands of games every season on basically all platforms. And of course, on ladder, you meet a lot of Night Elves. You should be well equipped for this gauntlet here today. He has played hundreds and hundreds of show matches on top of these ladder games, but those were mostly versus Orc and versus Human. Haven't seen him play any show matches versus Night Elves. Wonder why. Alrighty, chat, we're back. I'm sorry. We use Restream.io to broadcast to YouTube and Twitch at the same time, and that one gave out of us, so only on Twitch here. Sorry about that, dear YouTube family. But we're back. Mr. Remo, did we miss anything?
A little bit, not too much just yet. Life got a little bit ahead from the early game. He got 1 archer kill. He got a little bit more items, a little bit more last hits. Finds himself right now ahead on experience on the Demon Hunter. But mostly it's only been a little bit of creeping so far.
Alrighty, as we should expect, between Moon and Lawlion, it's oftentimes very tricky and they try to outsmart each other. As I said in the pre-show we have, Life is the most vanilla player that we got in the entire scene. I wouldn't expect anything extraordinary from him so far. He proved me wrong with that creep route of his, which was very nice. But I don't expect any chimeras from him, any Ancients of Winds. This should be straight down the line.
A player's forces are under attack.
He is going for the Naga pickup here, so he wanted to get a little bit of a mid-game creeping edge with that Naga. He was able to creep the shop, but Moon responded with his own shop creep. He's going for the Keeper. He is going for the standard meta Demon Keeper into Bear Mirror. And if we just take things slow, creep up, build army, get upgrades and so on, of course we know the Keeper then will be later in the end. Or is there perhaps consideration to go for the triple hero, like Lawlion showed?
Yeah, not bad that. Would be surprised. Is there an incentive to go for Zeppelin drops again, as we've seen from Lawlion? Could just be Demon Hunter Naga in his vanilla territory. This would, of course, usually be Demon Hunter Keeper, but with Naga, this has been the old school style before the Keeper took over, before Elves realized, hey, Thornsora is really, really good. We'll see what he's doing with it.
Players' forces are under attack.
We haven't quite made it yet to the Bears. As we're about to meet up at the red camp here, it looks. Well, perhaps we're not going to meet. Never mind. Moon going to fall back. His Demon Hunter's hurt. Doesn't like the look of things right here. He's scouting with the Dryad. Got to be fast with that, by the way. Don't want to get caught by those Dryad spears from the opposition. Would be an easy kill. But also, Life is going to respect the potential. Fall back. Heal up a bit. Pick up the orb. And now it's time for creep.
It is interesting to me that Life goes orb over Master Training. His Master Training is quite a bit delayed in comparison to Moon. Damage is looking good on both sides. Staffs are looking good on both sides. This isn't gonna be too easy for Life, I guess, if he doesn't have any surprises for us.
And I wonder, what was the purpose of the Naga?
Yeah.
He got 2 out of 2 camps in the middle. He didn't really get an experience lead. And he's not going for a 3rd hero. And so far he's not going for Zeppelin plays.
Yeah, I'm curious as well. I won't, judge him too early. There's still a lot of room. But if he wanted to go keep a 3rd, I don't think he's going to reach level 3. Moon is going to soak up the left-hand side with the red spot. Unholy Aura. Nice. Against Battle Bongos. Also not too bad. But then there's only the Lap and the Gold Mine left. So you can say goodbye to the Keeper.
This is not a very big map, not that many creeps. Unlike Tidehunters, which has, I guess, not that many creeps, but certainly more than Springtime. You can more easily get away with a 3rd hero with still being able to creep him. But Life right now, even without a 3rd hero, he's looking for the push. He's got double heal scroll and invuln. Strong inventory.
Alrighty. Is that the timing push that he was looking for? Demon Hunter strong, as you say. Moonjuice looking a bit bleak, especially at the bottom side. Access to the shop should be granted, though. Wisps are coming in for some detonate, waiting for the roar. Demon Hunter, of course, hurting himself in confusion thanks to the thorns. Needs to go into an invuln. It's Archer slaughter time.
Yeah, we wanted to dispel the roar, but there wasn't even roar on Life. He's fighting this without 25% damage bonus on Bears and Heroes.
Aye. And that is, of course, not too easy. Bears are falling on both sides, and Tangle controls this a little bit. Moon might be in a bit of trouble, but the potion is at the ready. The Bear micro is looking superb. The Dryad micro, we don't even have to talk about it. And Life is getting slaughtered, man. Moon's micro is out of this world. Look at him go. Demon Hunter almost killed as well. Whatever that was supposed to be, didn't really work too well.
Yeah, this looked very uninspired, didn't it? Just creep up the map, get your levels that you can, pick up some items, double heal scroll, and then push it, then try to win. Fighting into Moonjuice opponent without a big lead. And also, fighting without roar. That's the first thing you learn normally, first day of Night of Mirror Camp. You need roar to win these fights. There was no roar. Moon had the Wisps in position trying to dispel the roar, but it wasn't even applied.
Dude, Moon had an answer to the question that wasn't even stated. That's how far ahead he is. And then you put this micro on top with Bear save with 10 HP, Dryad save with 10 HP, even the archers were still alive. He had to kill the archers himself to optimize his army because Life couldn't get it done.
Now Moon is the one aggressing across the map. If he catches a bear here, that's huge. That's an important unit right now in a small army size for Life. How is he going to get back home? He doesn't have a TP. Ooh, this is going to be costly.
He had so little, and now he has even less. Going for the Moon Wells, the one with the most Moon Juice, of course, first. That makes Life supply stuck at 40. God damn it, what a clinic by Moon.
Another Moonwell falls. Can Life hold here? Is Moon even gonna fight? Nah. He could just TP out.
Yeah.
Damage
done.
Do.
3 Moonwells, 560 gold, no regeneration during nighttime. And the bear! This hurts Life so bad, and he was already in an uncomfortable situation.
Expert attack. Not even an archer lost. may be denying that one in the end, again to optimize his 50 supply force. Now we got the double Orb of Venom. Keeper and Demon great at holding double Orb of Venom. Demon Naga can also do it, but that means you don't make use of the cold arrow anymore. This late game is favoring Moon already as it is. He's got the big lead as well to work with. Demon is almost level 5 for him. This is a huge edge for Moon right now.
Yeah, can we find even more arguments for Moon? Do we need any more arguments for Moon? It's always a two-sided argument, right? When we have days like this, where a player like Moon has to go through a gauntlet, you can say, oh, at the end he might be tired. And then another person saying, yeah, but what if he plays up a storm? What if he plays himself up into a frenzy? And this very, very much looks like it's the latter.
Absolutely. 53 supply here for Moon. He's going into upkeep, wants to be ready for a possible push coming his way. Never mind. Triad cancelled, back in no upkeep. And the map is now almost entirely crept. This might be where things slow down again.
And again, the longevity of a Naga is basically not existent. The Thorn Aura is getting stronger and stronger. Fork Lightning, okay, but until level 5, there's not much of an upgrade for the Naga. Level 4 is almost completely meaningless. What's the comeback mechanism? Without Zeppelins, I don't see one.
Moon using his Demon right here for scouting. Checking out what's happening in the Night of main base, enemy main base. Also was looking for expansions. Small map like this, very easy to spot expansions. And Life's just gonna call it.
Yeah.
GG.
Yeah. Medusa the gamer. Down the dirt, dude. Moon, the living legend, is claiming one more.
I feel like in general, Moon's targeting today, whether it be against Dryads in the right position or against Berserkers. We saw that against Lawlight in that really decisive fight that they had on Twisted Meadows. Moon's been looking sharp, dude. Moon's been looking good. This is the Moon I've been missing for a long, long time. He might be saving his energy for the most important moments right now indeed. Peaking very well. He has escaped relegation already. Moon has secured top 12, top 11 minimum. And I guess the sky is still the limit.
So far. Yeah, it's really remarkable how in the heyday of Warcraft in the 2000s, this was by far Moon's weakest matchup. Constant losses to Remind, who was the Night Elf Mirror King. That's how he won BlizzCon and WCG in the 2010s. Since then, a lot has happened. Moon has stepped it up tremendously, realizing, of course, there is a lot of Night Elves in the scene. You need to have a great Night Elf Mirror if you want to compete for the top 8, top 5. And Moon worked hard on this matchup and got a lot better.
In the early game, we're gonna have probably once more a little slow beginning. A little bit of creeping first, looking for some items, looking for some level ups, looking perhaps also for Wand of Illusion to make creeping easier earlier. I think this was the first moment where we're feeling a bit disappointed with Lawlight, where he really messed up that Merc Camp creep big time. Not something you want to do here.
Once again, we scout for the Magi camps. Live doing it now, but it's mostly to confirm that you don't have to fear anything and that you can sacrifice all your HP for the Magi. This has been the standard for like 1.5 years. There was a bit of a meta shift 2 weeks ago where this was attacked, and now everybody is getting ready for it. And we unfold our regular level 3 creep routes.
Gonna be a couple of boulders being tossed out here again. That can be a bit scary, but here the Shadow Priest will help. And yeah, Moon's creeping a bit faster. And the reason is, he had the Wand of Illusion, he took less damage. And speaking of Wand of Illusion, that one's also pulling in the Murloc camp right now. Is this just annoying, or is it gonna be painful?
Oh, a lot of people fell to this when Happy did moves like this against Night Elves. Now, like Mega Man using the weapons of his enemy against his new enemies, other enemies. But Life has probably been in this situation many times, not deterred from that at all. Ring of the Archmagi, nice. On the other side, Robe of the Magi, also solid. But yeah, Moon a little bit ahead, Tex at the same time, Hunter's Halls at the same time, as mirror-y as it gets.
In the early game here, still so far for life, the creep is just a little bit slower, but didn't get panicked by these murlocs. Wasn't really dangerous. Clears out the camp. Got indeed a great item with that ring. And Moon. He's got a lot of bonus damage for an int hero. These are fantastic items for the Naga, by the way. Moon hasn't played that much Naga yet today, but this would be a good spot for it.
Keeper is also an int.
That's true. Would be coming out a lot later, though. If you can contest the other camp here at the merchant with the Naga, that would be fantastic. Oh, he gets the heal potion as well. He could go for a heavy pressure play with these damage items for Naga plus heal pot for the demon.
We gotta say, as brilliantly as Moon is playing, and I don't want to take anything away from him, his items have been Monka-esque, Berserk, best in slot, pretty much every game. But he's using them well as well. Once again, we got the ring for exactly these skirmishes, aiming for the Shadow Priest. Nice little pickup if he can get that, and with boots, it's rather easy. There we go.
At least some return damage being done, but that's the first little edge going to Moon early on. He's going for Keeper. No Naga play here still. And now Moon also having to fall back, having to heal up. It's a lot of damage on his first hero here, actually. This is going to be taxing for the Moonwell, so good little punish by life. Trying to make up for that loss of the unit. He's going to force the heal potion right here.
Looks like it. We got a couple of misses. No slow. No early Muddy, which has been a play earlier on Twisted. Life, of course, has no potion that he could resort to, so he has to go back to the wells. And that's gonna cost a little bit at the last legs of nighttime. Where do we creep now? We go to the Knolls, more fighting power. We gotta creep the Keeper on full tier 3. It's a little bit of a downtime in the game now.
Demon Hunters might be getting to level 5 quickly this game, with level 4 being achieved indeed so early on. Red camps coming up next. Ring of Protection for Life's Demon Hunter. This is a very strong, very sturdy demon. +5 all stats and bonus armor. Very nice setup.
On the other side, Moon is getting lots of damage with the claws. Now it's red spot time. Is anybody getting the movement speed aura? That's the question here today. He gets to level 4 faster, lots of evasion faster, and Helm of Valor.
Amazing item for the Demon Hunter. Doesn't do much for the bears, of course. Sometimes unclear what's better, boosting the demon or boosting the bears. Creep here by life, looking a bit unclean. Now gonna get it with the mana burn. And Khadga's Pipe, I've seen often look really good for the mana for the bears and everyone, and I've also seen it often being sold.
I'm a big fan of having more regen as all the units have mana. Dry it for free. Nice sharking by Life, and nice dono by Simon B. I hope you're not a Man United fan, my dude. Otherwise, my condolences. Thank you for the 3 gifted subs, and also Martial Spirit, old school legend, coming in with the 80 months.
Moon going for a Sapper. Is this one gonna land better? You want to place it next to 2 Moonwells to take him out right away. Moon also going to go for the cancel on the shop. Here comes the Sapper. And that might be a double kill.
Ooh, bit of repair. Can he hold the second one? Yeah, so close. Oh my god. The split second Moonwell kill. That was worth it. Also expensive, but worth it. And that keeps Life stuck at 37 food.
The only thing for Moon here is he actually has only a single Dryad surviving, so very low on Dispel. But yeah, it is painful still for Life, that's for sure. Has to wait still for the shop to finish for those Moonwells. But he's up in supply right now.
For now, that's right. Got an Ankh too. Moon's Lumber is a little bit low, and we still don't have Master. He's queuing another bear before. Maybe it wasn't worth it. Moon also 2 Lumber Wisps.
Oh yeah. Where the hell did they all go?
What the? I don't know.
They're both very low on Lumber Wisps, actually. Wait.
Yeah, but I mean, Life has 5. That's fine-ish. Were they just spread across the map and Life picked them up one by one?
I'm not really sure about that right now either.
Well, Yangfeng is the MVP, and he says they were all scouting wisp and they all detonated. Ooh, and he didn't rebuild them then. Oh my god, that is a bit of a flaw in Moon's play here.
It slows down the economy a lot. Still no master training. Moon's still very low in supply. If Fly knows this, if Life knows this, and he goes for an attack, this could get very, very hairy.
Yeah, if Fly knows this, he's gonna mention it on his broadcast, I'm sure. It feels like Life is a bit timid though. Maybe not fully aware of the situation. How would he? He can't expect that Moon didn't rebuild the lures. But he must be a bit curious that there's no Master Bear on the field.
Yeah, Moon right now trying to equalize the lumber situation maybe. He's like, huh, I'm solo lumber, I not like that. Maybe I try to kill some of his wisps. Was able to take out one in the main base. But Life now on the march into the enemy main. And master training is finishing seemingly just in time. Ooh. But the bear count is looking dreadful for Moon.
Yeah. He got one. That's it. But Life is giving him more time. Falls back a little bit. Now we got 6 wisps. Now it's all fine. I think there's definitely room for Moon to recover.
The good thing is, Moon was low on lumber, but he had lots of gold, so he's got double Orb of Venom online very early on. So it looks like resource-wise, we're getting to a somewhat even state, moving towards 50 supply. But upgrade-wise, this could mean Life is going to find himself ahead for the rest of the game.
And he's pouncing on Moon. There's no TP. Double Orb up with all the gold, but double heal scroll. This fight is just tailored for Life to own this.
Yeah, he's up way ahead in bears. This is looking way better for Life. Heal scroll committed early on. Moon, no chance here. He's getting absolutely wrecked with his army. With Life, everything is in the green. Positioning was great. The timing works out really well. Moon he forgot to remake wisps. This might be his downfall. In the end, he forgot to make wisps.
Yeah, and hopefully that's not a sign for the rest of the day. Is he getting tired, as many prophesized? It's good to see that his opponent, no pun intended, is showing signs of life, punishing that now with Moonwells. That can be a help in the fight. A strong Demon Hunter can be a difference maker for sure. Can Moon find a way out?
Also very strong, dude. Moon just doesn't have Dispel. He just doesn't have Dryads to dispel anything. Demon Hunter hurt, staffed out. Bears coming in for fresh rejuve. But Life is taking a way better fight here so far. Moon is also supply block. Losing another bear, opens his supply block at least, but that's also level 5 for the Demon Hunter. Life finds himself super far ahead in this game.
Demon Hunter level 5 indeed. Moon's probably gonna fall. Of course, we stay until the very, very end, until there is no chance anymore. Good to see. Life strikes back, and we had 2 very one-sided maps here in this best of 5 so far.
When he chased down the Shadow Priest and killed him, how much damage he took in return, it turned out to really not be worth it. He was low HP on many of his units. He had to use the big healing potion early on. This was very well done by Life, just a little overstep by the Demon Hunter, being punished heavily, aided this time by great items. This was a very strong Demon Hunter with +5 all stats. Ring of Protection he also had. But Life here also recovering well from damage taken in the base. Those Moonwells, of course, going down. That shop being cancelled and so on. But yeah, Moon just realizing way too late his lumber issue.
Hello, viewer. You are watching the Dolphin Warcraft Super League, an amazing tournament with 200 matches over 2 months where 15 players are competing for $28,000. To be able to broadcast this, we had to acquire the broadcasting rights from the sponsor and organizer. We gladly did this because it's peak content and just an amazing competition. We had to pay from our own pockets though, and if you like what we do, and if you like that we bring you the games free of charge, then you can help us make it worth it. At backtowarcraft.com/support, you find all the ways to support it, whether that's a Twitch sub or a YouTube membership or a dono or a Patreon, or just grab a little bit of our merch in the stream description. Thank you for your attention, and now have fun with the games.
Are we going to get 2 expansions, I wonder? Is Life willing to go into the Expo game as Lawlight was? No surprise to see that from Lawlight, right? He has been known to also be a mass expander, just like Moon. This is the perfect map for it. Is Life as willing to go into that macro game style, or is he gonna look to finish this early?
Yeah, that's a lot of questions, man. And it's a big map, but we have the same starting position as we had between Moon and Lawlight. This is, of course, a carbon copy that we can refer to now. We go for the big consumable, we go for the mercs early on, and we might try to steal someone here.
Yeah, as mentioned earlier, Berserkers, very important, especially if you're going into a Dryad game. Even more important. But even without Dryads being considered, these Berserkers, premier premium units in the early game. Both must make them a priority. Lawlight here earlier, by the way, didn't go interestingly for a Shadow Priest. Didn't appreciate that healing so much.
A player's forces are under attack.
Letting the people know that the multi-stream went down for today. We'll be back tomorrow. Big mana potion, not that great. Heal beast scroll can be nice, I'd say, but apart from that, we have very mirrored builds here. Life a bit slower with the next wisp. Really didn't forget about that. Both have a Shadow Priest, unlike Lawlight, who skipped that. Level 2's unfolding. And a little bit of distraction here as well, but yeah, as calm as an early game.
Priest speed just a little bit faster for Life right here. I'm liking his items a lot more. Slipper's obviously great. Mana Potion, not normally really good for the Demon Hunter, but if you're in a very brawly game and you're low HP, use that Mana Potion, all of a sudden you heal much more efficiently from your moonbloods. That can become relevant. And the double slippers certainly will be relevant.
Yes.
Now officially, Life way better items.
Yeah, and with that, he should lean into it. Should try to force these brawls. As I cannot imagine him not doing that. Yeah, he has +6 damage. He has more armor. That is a lot better.
If Life could get double Berserker here, that would be a disaster for Moon. So Moon makes sure he gets that first Berzy at least, picking it up from his camp. And Moon is the one with double Berserker. Oh, look at that. Life not quite able to prevent this, and this is not an easy position for him.
Nope, I agree. Huh. Curious situation that we're in here on Twisted.
This also means if Moon can keep these Berserkers alive, if he's going for mass Dryad Expo play, that would be hard for Life to stop. He's got no Berserkers to work with, but he's running down one of the Berzies right now. Demon Hunter is going for a long chase, and that should be worth it to take out one of the big units here in the early game. Moon, of course, not wasting his time. He's creeping up the natural, getting ready for a possible expansion.
Okay then. No denies, right? Yeah, Moon. The Berzy down. Gets a boulder, but that's fine. Thank you, Lajuk, for the raid. Okay, who plays the creeping game better? Who gets the bases up? Who gets the bears up? This will probably be a longer game.
Here is the expansion. Lawlight was willing to counter-expand. So far, we don't know what Life is going to be intending. Interrupting the Ancient of War creep. That should be one more item stolen. Another Slippers, maybe? Not quite. But gets the gauntlets, gets away. No, wait, he's staffing north! To the Wisp! Looking for that Expo cancel.
Ooh, okay, he is very hurt though. Can he deal with the Berzy? He does deal with the Shadow Priest, but against this expansion, not enough damage, not enough HP.
When we see Mass Dryad play, the Naga is normally the hero of choice. But it's Keeper for Life. Which surprises me a little bit. Keeper doesn't do much against Mass Dryads, obviously.
Maybe Moon is picking a play out of Lawlight's playbook and goes for Naga Res, or he saw an opportunity against this Demon Hunter, which he can't capitalize on.
Oh, he cancelled. Cancelled the Keeper, going for his own Naga. I think that makes sense. I would say I like that a lot more against the Mass Dryad outlook that we should be having coming up. So the second hero has been decided. Next big decision point for Life is counter expo or not. If not, then he has to go tier 3 and look for a bear all in.
He has no wisps at one of the regular spots. He has one on the right-hand side where Lawlight expanded as well. Moon can creep up. Big mana potion is of course gone. Doesn't save that for later. Moon will be down in tech. And I guess you could raise the question if he wants to play Mass Dryads and not tech at all.
Naga was solo creeping for life as well. Didn't quite see the item, but she sold it, so apparently she was not impressed with that one. Still quite impressive is the Demon Hunter's inventory, where Moon would like to get a bit more as well. So far only a circlet and a ring to boost his stats. Rune Bracers of no use in this matchup, but that's more gold. Moon indeed now has a lot of gold, but life is even more.
Neck and neck here. Very different challenges for both of them. Life has to strike hard once he's at tier 3. Moon has to hold for a long time. Of course, his Dryad micro, legendary. How good is Life's multitasking? Striking with the demon, creeping up the Naga, doing some economy damage. Dryads are very, very lumber heavy. There is a chance to slow Moon down just by attacking Wisps onto lumber once again. And this demon just knocks down the Entangled.
And this was so easy because, again, he has so much bonus damage.
Yeah.
Plus 8 agi. So damn good. Gonna have to staff out here. Still fighting against the Demon Hunter. Doing good damage towards him.
Dryad.
He's not dead here, is he?
Nah, I don't think so. Not enough damage. If we flip the items around, maybe there's a chance. Nice arrival of the Dryads. Would have been an extra element of slow. But Life comes very prepared with that staff. So far, Life is playing this well. This is not the same Life as we've seen on game 1.
Yeah, I think so too. Doing a lot better here. Bought quite a bit of time for himself with that Expo Castle. He's clearing out his natural gold mine right now. If he could get away with his own expansion while going tier 3, this would be a big double win whammy for him. But Moon has to be scouting out for that. In fact, he has a Wisp close by. And I'm not sure if there is time for this for Life. He would be many minutes behind Moon's Expo mining because that's about to kick in.
But he would have the tech lead that Moon might want to even out. So maybe that's the time that where we can squeeze in an expansion.
Moon's gonna have to be concerned about that question as well. Now he's kind of in the dark. The Scout Wisp has been taken out, and he doesn't know exactly what he's gonna be facing. Another pair of Ruined Bracers. Those will again have to be sold then. The Moon is building up a gold bank already. Surely he's going to go for some heal scrolls and invulns. That's something much needed. With having no bears, of course, his healing sources are limited. But Moon is on the move.
Reap check opportunity. This is also where he caught Lawlight to a degree. Item on the ground, it's a gauntlet, but more importantly is to trap Life here, who has no TP.
Players' forces are under attack.
No master training yet as well. It's always the big danger, being caught with JNL bears. Oh, never mind, it just finished the master training right here. Now we have 3 master bears. Is Moon still willing to fight against them? Moon doesn't have that supply advantage just yet.
That's right. Bill Fang Han, thank you for the sub. Heal scroll invuln at least on Moon. Level advantage nowhere to be seen. Both 3-2. Demon Hunters are busy with each other. Don't want the company of the ladies. And it's only...
Kind of late on production, isn't he?
Yeah,
He's starting Dryads. I think he has to go for Mercs here to take this fight.
I think he has to get out here, but the focus fire for Life seems good. Heal scroll, trying to get out, trying to save that Dryad. Gets level 4 on the other side, Naga level 3. Another Dryad falling. This was quite expensive for Moon.
Yeah, 2-for-1 trade there for Life, and he's going to get the red camp as well. Not a bad position for Life at all, but he still doesn't have an expansion.
It's on a timer.
I don't think is aware of.
Staff of Silence number 3. That's quite a good quota. Took Moon some time to mine though. Let's not forget about that. Thank you Golden Teacher 08 for the 8-month. And Moon willing to pounce on that hurt Night Elf army. Almost taking out a Dryad here. Shifting focus onto the Archer. Trying to get the level up for the Naga. That would be grand. Demon has a heal potion. So does the Naga. And Life still doesn't have a TP.
Right after the creep jack, not a great time to fight for Life, really. Heal potion and invul potion on the Demon Hunter. The invul has been used already. Moon would love to have a heal scroll right here. Oh boy, would that go hard. Demon still fighting, getting another kill. Moon falls back. Very successful creep jack here. gets a bunch of kills, and now back to the shop for more heal scrolls.
Ruthless Moon, man. God damn it. Striking when the iron is hot and when life is hurt. That, if you have the lower bank and the lower income, moments like this are devastating to you most of the time. Of course, Moon has Wisps out as well to scout for expansions. Now he has that tier 2 food advantage that we wanted to see from him.
Yeah, and this is where Moon has had many victories in the past. The Mass Dryad expansion, a special of his. Back in the day in Elf Mirror, we saw it a ton on Terranas, especially. Notoriously defensive map, of course. Terranas, no longer in the map pool, but a big map like this, still very good for expanding. In life, this game is looking worse and worse for him. I think his hope was fight well if it comes to a battle in the first fight with bears, then keep on creeping, keep on getting stronger, and go for one big push with 70 supply. But the previous fight, where he lost units, where his timing was hurt, where everything was slowed down, this was not in the plan. And now everything is looking very rough for him.
Oh man, double heal scroll now, double heal potion, invo potion, Moon looking as sharp as ever. And again, okay, Life has a TP now, but has to abandon the rat spot. There's of course a bit of wasted time where he couldn't get anything done. So many Dryads now. Vintage Moon.
And with Mass Dryads, you want mass upgrades, and Moon is getting that now. He was a bit low on lumber for a while, but it's going to be enough for 2-1 soon to finish. A Shredder could be quite useful for him as well. Would open up the door to tier 3. Moon will have to be looking for a bit of aggression soon as well, because he doesn't want to just play the game super passive. If Life is left alone long enough, and he somehow gets up to 70 or 80 supply, the Dryads will lose, so Moon must strike before.
Vamp Aura, helpful for Life, especially on that high damage Demon Hunter. For every bear, of course, as well. Now looking towards a Zeppelin, maybe? It's kind of hard to keep him alive against all these Dryads and Berserkers, but the heroes can't attack a Zap, and he might get out of harm's way here without using a Town Portal, as Moon is just building a full Dryad arc.
Classic Moon Mass Dryad play. How well is he going to execute this? The lifesteal, I think, here is amazing. This is so much healing coming in over time. Moon's healing comes from heal scrolls. Pulling back the hurt Dryads. It might be insane value on the heal scroll here once again.
Ooh, there's time for it soon, though. Jeez, that was 5-6 Dryads with full healing. Zeppelin under attack immediately. Life's forces are crumbling. Bear is falling. Zeppelin is... ooh, just barely part of the TP. Badly hurt as well. And this is of course all time as we're fighting in the south where Life can't attack in the north where Moon is still mining and mining and mining. But the counterplay is here with the neighbor expansion upper right.
Moon not scouting for it. Moon also not pressing on. Moon used the heal scrolls of course earlier. Still lots of gold on Moon to buy new heal scrolls, but low lumber. Never able to go tier 3 with a lack of lumber.
The laboratory is up. He could go for a Shredder if he wanted to, but now he doesn't have the supply ready. It's all about the gold. It's all about the items. He was the one coming up with that play and showcasing it on the biggest stages. Now he's got to do it again and show that it's still a viable strategy in 2025.
We heal scrolls again on Moon. He could go for even more. He could hop on over to the other shop, go for 2 more heal scrolls, which would be insane amounts of healing for this Mass Dryad army. But to really get much use out of it, you also have to Dryad kite well, which he did indeed really well there in the first little skirmish, but Life stayed alive. He's up at almost 60 supply now. More bears are coming. Moon's situation looking great for him here. Moon has been doing great scouting so far in the day, but he has not yet seen this Tree of Life Expo attempt.
Exactly, and he has so many Dryads. He could split one or move a Wisp out. If he had the Shredder especially, would be able to send the Wisps out. We're playing around the heal scrolls, we're playing around the invo potions. It feels like Moon is expecting an expansion left-hand side because he has a scout up on the right-hand side where he is expanding now, by the way, on Life's natural expansion. Cheeky play. Okay. That's the plan. And tier 3 tech started as well.
Yeah, right now Moon would love to go for a long fight and trade these Dryads out for bears. He's on the way to tier 3, but you don't want to lose the Dryads obviously for nothing. You need to find kills at the same time. In we go once again. Huge Dryad collapse from every angle.
Can Life survive this? His expansion didn't pay off too well just yet. He wants to get experience here close to level 5 Demon Hunter. Berserkers are falling as well. The Dryad Micro again intense. Needs the heal scroll soon. He blasted through the first one already. Can't really get level 5, and so far Life's fight is very good. Naga of Moon in trouble. Needs that heal scroll. Waiting for the high value. Fork Lightning takes it greedy. And now the TP without any exit kills. Oh, with the mana burn, and he gets level 5.
Amount of kills here for Moon. It seemed like he was the one losing more, but he also bought time for himself, obviously. Tier 3 now almost done, 40 seconds out, and I would have thought that this is where bears are being built. Looks like he just canceled some dryads. Yeah, Moon, you gotta go to bears here.
Well, he has the upgrade. But yeah, no production at the moment. That worries me a little. Wants to go into heal scrolls once again, and dude, this is the carbon copy of what happened before. Life at the red. And Moon creep jacking.
Moon finally went for a shredder, so now he is gonna have a lot of lumber soon to work with. Is Moon's army better now? I'm not so sure about this. This is just dryads against a lot of strong bears.
Yeah, and he has 2 heal scrolls on 1 hero, so it's a 20-second cooldown now. Can't heal these ones, but Life is respecting the poison of the dryads. He doesn't want to taste more spears. And of course, Life has no idea that the 3rd base is up on the right-hand side. Chimeras are coming as well.
Oh, yeah. A long way away, though. Going for Chim's... Chimroos into Chim, that takes 2 full minutes. I guess a big map like this, you can try to buy time. And Life isn't scouting with much, but he's scouting with the Demon Hunter. Oh, is he gonna check in this position? Moon's gonna force him back in a moment. Maybe.
Is there anything he can do right now? It's just attacking. Demon Hunter responding.
He saw it.
Yeah, it's daytime. He sees it now. He has resources to transition into wins.
This game is turning in Life's favor. Moon, he's trying to go for the counterattack, but he's only got mass dryads. This is not a very good army for base race.
Not really, no. He could snipe some wisps to slow things down. Trying to put pressure on the opponent. Life also has the way better Demon Hunter. Not too sure if you want to take that trade here, Moon, and lose the invuln, but moves back in time.
Tappers! Tappers on the way!
Oh, Dryad block! Doesn't go through! Dryad falling! Needs a little bit of damage! Is it enough here? 50 HP! Oh my god, 30! The repair by Life! Just in time.
Did Moon kill those 2 dryads from Life? I'm not sure. Or was that his dryads going down? Ooh, that could have been game perhaps there already. Ancients of Wind now coming by Life at the expansion that Moon is not aware of. Chimroost's finished. We got Chims coming. And still a wild game.
Things are heating up here, everybody. 5 Demon Hunter, 3.8, 4.8 on the Naga. Since the Demon Hunter didn't get any XP, I don't think he killed them. Not too sure. Can Moon just go back to the tree? It's at 50%.
Force repair again, gonna buy time again. This is doubly worthwhile for Moon to delay here, to distract, to buy time. First to make Chims, and of course also for the 3rd base. The Dryad might be leading the enemy forces to the 3rd, but so far I think Life hasn't spotted it. Just as Moon hasn't seen the other expansion.
Twisted Meadows, man. The most legendary map of them all. Moon knows now, and he knows about the wins.
Not yet ready to fight. Moon denying a Berserker. Not something we see every day. But he wants to go for more Chims. He's getting up to 4.
Dryad by Moon died to the lab to free more supply. He doesn't have Corrosive Breath, so against buildings, Chims aren't that good yet. Mad respect to Life for how he answered all these obstacles here. And jumped over them for now. Did not expect this after game 1.
Chim's going over to Moon's expansion, trying to defend there. The Dryad force for Moon is threatening Life's main base again. Moon might be losing his expansion right here.
He has a backup bottom right. But he's willing to defend. Apparently, this fighting position will be a bit weird. We got the first hippo in as well. Chimeras are very, very hurt already. Is Moon gonna lose on Moon Meadows?
Gyms are going to be getting taken out quickly. 2 are already gone. The Bears are so strong right here on the ground. Moon has to kite a lot. Invuln was used already. He doesn't have consumables anymore. The Demon is super hurt. The Chimps are no problem for life right here. First hero Moon gets away. But that is insane losses for Moon. He just doesn't have the bear numbers necessary.
Oh, he doesn't have the gold either to sustain this now. Bears reign supreme. And this is why for a long time we haven't seen Chimeras here. Horrendous fighting position as well. Naga in a world of trouble. Needs to retreat, but the Demon Hunter got all the wells up. And so it's one base now. You would think. But Moon is coming prepared. Has an expansion left-hand side. Can he recover from these absurd losses? Just like Lawlight was almost able to do in the match versus him.
Looks like life here has a big edge. Double level 5, Demon Hunter level 6, not even far away anymore. Those Chimps gave a lot of experience. Hippogriffs now, dead supply. Moon is finally going into bears.
Well,
Moon's got way better upgrades also.
yeah, he got corrosive up for building lame. And with Chimeras, you can lame buildings big time. If you want to double down on that. Can you transition into bears now is the question. You got to catch up on 7.
I think he has to. I think it's the only unit that's worth making right here. Expo finally spotted. Finally getting taken out. The thousands have been mined already.
And the backup is up. But that's also scouted. We praised Moon's scouting in the earlier matches. Now we got to praise Life, of course. And Moon, yeah, this is really his problem, that he can't go into these base races without sappers, and that's way too expensive at the moment. This is getting into dangerous territory.
That sapper save was so big, dude. If that Tree of Life falls, also that means no more bears.
Yeah.
You can only make dryads from that point on. So close, dude. 50 HP.
30
HP.
And yeah, if you have to catch up on bears, you can't afford any of these losses. We're at 4 now. Dude, the way Life turned this game around is remarkable.
Bear advantage, hero advantage, Scourge Bone Chimes, of course. We have to mention as well.
Hero
Mana
focus.
front line taking a lot of damage here.
Right before
Tapped out.
Sorry, go ahead.
Fight keeps raging. Demon Hunter for Moon is looking so much weaker in comparison. Tries to get in a mana burn, but Life left the game. What?
Oh my god, don't tell me he disconnected. Oh my god.
Admins.
How do you call this game?
Oh man, this is always a very bad spot to find yourself in. Life clearly had a huge lead in this game. Was it 100% over? Maybe not, but his advantage was enormous.
Yeah, I got it confirmed here on the FlowTV page. Leave disconnect. I agree that was a big advantage here.
It looks like Moon is giving the win to Life.
Okay. That is the gentleman's thing to do, I guess.
Moon has already impressed us. Certainly throughout these 2 days in the Ascension phase looked much better than recently, than in a long time. But yeah, one more map loss here and he's out.
Moon has, of course, shown many times how clutch he can be in series. He showed that versus Starbuck in that 3-2 series. He was also on the receiving end on the 2-3 series. Most of his matches ended with 3-1. Is that going to be the case here as well? It was the case in a lot of games here in the Super League versus Lawlight, versus Focus, versus Fly. We gotta bring his A game here. We got Life in the red. We got Moon in the blue. It is match points for Medusa, the gamer. Moon has to win back-to-back to continue the series and eliminate player number 6.
Openings looking very equal indeed. D-Man is gonna go for the merchant creep first. This gives you fast level 2 and 2 items if you purchase that circlet, which normally they always do. Where are we gonna go from here on? Are we gonna see an expansion attempt again? Or is it just gonna be one base? This game on Twisted, the first time that the expansion for Moon doesn't really work out.
That's right. And the Mass Dryad play, the signature play also, like your favorite weapon, didn't do anything. What's he thinking? Okay, Autumn Leaves, very brawly map. Everything is very close together. We might contest for the Mercs in the middle. We got Wisps already to pull them away and then purchase, but only on Moonside.
Moon's items so far are a bit better. Double claws versus double gloves.
Town is under siege.
That's what all the Moon fans like to see. As we're getting towards tier 2.
I don't even know if chat is still believing in Moon, Remo. They got so calm.
Chat, have you lost hope?
Are under attack.
Let's see. Chat is asking for a reconnect feature, which I think we can all sign very much. Dear Blizzard people, resume from replay would be lovely. Just like Moon's inventory. Oh man, what a dream. Circlet double claw and the slippers on top.
Yeah, that is crazy good items. Perhaps not exactly best in slot. For that, you won't want a Ring of Protection, but this is still very, very good. And this Demon Hunter is going to be one hell of a power puncher in these early fights. As we are reaching level 3 on both sides. Starting to attack into lures, and so far looking a lot like bears. There is no expansion attempted anywhere just yet. Moon going for the boots of speed. I think that's also a sign that he's not going bears. Not going expo, excuse me. If you want to go expansion, then you want to save as much gold as you can. And you don't have that luxury, I think, to go for circlet and boots and all that.
Exactly. Slippers for life, a little bit of damage. Gauntlets for Moon, a little bit of HP. In these direct encounters, Moon should still be a bit ahead, and he's leaning into it. First brawl at the Merc camp.
The Naga Sea Witch is going to be a consideration here once again when it comes to these middle camps. Very important to contest and make sure you get at least one of them. I wonder which one the two prefer. Is it the permanent item? Is it the consumable item? Right now focus is on the permanent.
A player's forces are under attack.
Ancients of War, both spots. Life is disrupting this nicely. Reads the game very well. Being lag good. Got him. Reads the game very well. Being a nuisance while progressing at the same time.
And we're now gonna have the space to creep up this camp. Life has fallen back. Oh my god, these items. Holy hell. Warcraft gods want map 5.
Boots of Keltalas. He's plus 21 without an orb, without roar. That is nuts. Gloves of Haste on the ground here as he got the Hellstone. So Life can't complain, but in comparison, how many hits do you need to kill an archer? Like 3?
Well, Demon's gonna test it out right now, and the blades, what are they called again? Warglaives of Azeroth are looking very, very good right here. One archer goes down, Ancient of War also falls. There's a keeper out, Moon. You gotta be careful now.
Yeah.
He got dangerously close to his demise right there.
We do have tier 3 techs on both sides, so no Mass Dryads, no Expos as projected. We clean up Wisps all across the map. Keepers making progress on both sides. But this is all lined up to be the Demon Hunter show. Seems like, by the way, you're a bit behind. I'm at 637, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43.
A player's forces are under
Yep, alright. Back in.
Talisman one for the
continues.
shop.
We got Moon at the corner. This time, not a fantastic item, but I guess the demon is fully slotted, so those items wouldn't go as far anymore. Maybe something for the keeper. Life does have more consumables, though, to work with, and those also have a big impact in these fights.
Mana potion now. If he hits Moon before Dryad Dispel is there, that could have an impact. Better regen, of course, if you have full mana, but will most likely go to the shop. Keeper level 2, we're working on Thorn's Aura. Demon Hunter is cleaning the camp by himself for level 4. Level 2 evasion makes him even tankier than he already is. But yeah, it's the big waiting, not for Godot this time, but for Master Bear.
Invuln picked up, gonna be an important item as well. Same goes for the heal scrolls in these later Bear Mirror fights. In the early game, by the way, both sold the TP to afford the items from the shop easier. So this is another thing you have to keep in mind. Bear drop possibility here is real.
Right on. But then again, oftentimes Bear drops paired with Naga. Otherwise, it's a bit too easy to repair. We've seen that on Twisted to a degree, and that was with the Naga. But okay, Moon going for a consumable himself. His Demon Hunter is poised to be the star of this game. First orb is up, puts it on the Keeper, as his Demon Hunter is of course slot starved. And the race to level 2 Thorns Aura is on.
Oh, that's nice. Stabs out the Demon Hunter to get solo XP on the Keeper. I was starting to wonder if the Keeper is perhaps taking a backseat a bit too much. His levels also with the Thorns Aura actually are crucial moving towards the later stages. But this game is looking very even still in the numbers, gold-wise, supply-wise. But the items might be favoring Moon here.
Close to level 3. Every camp for Moon could now be level 3. And he's the aggressor with Life splitting his Demon Hunter to the side without a staff. And Moon finds him.
Good movement there. Prevents the mana burn as well. Moon is looking for reinforcements. How quick can Life react? Oh, look at that. Instantly pulls the bear back, not running him into the waiting arms.
Nice.
Life on point.
Oh, yeah. This is one of the best Lives that we've seen in this entire tournament, I'd say. Not that he was without chances in the other Night of Mirrors, was oftentimes pretty close, but especially in comparison to game 1 where he looked so lost, this is a huge step forward.
Bear caught with the entangle. Dispel's a little bit late. Follow up Rejuve. In we go. Rejuve is also on the Demon, now getting dispelled. How much damage can the Demon do? Bear upper hand right now for Life. Looks like an easy fight for him.
Believe it or not, Life's Demon Hunter has done more damage in this game than Moon. Maybe just more attacks in better positions, and this bear is a goner for Moon. Is the 5th race getting a little shaky?
An archer going down as well. You could argue, though, those archers aren't so important anymore. But still, it is a unit. And another one goes down. That's 3 kills, basically for free, for Life. Starting to take control of this game.
And this is on the race to level 3 Keeper. So Life has the Thorns Aura unlocked. Moon does not. Shop control by Life unfolds. He had 600 gold here. Double heal scroll, of course. Is it the push towards Moon's base as we are racing up to 50? Moon could have a little bit of an advantage because Life's archers are still alive. If he gets a bear advantage here, maybe that can pull him over the edge.
Got the important level 3 on the Keeper, but the bear numbers just don't seem sufficient for Moon. And there goes the Moon now. That's a big supply block now.
Oh, we can't go up to 50, that's right. Trying to go for the hero focus here. Switches it a little bit. One archer still intact. Can the Demon Hunter carry? This time we got the roar. The Wisp is ready for the detonate. The Demon Hunter is not looking great at all. 7 seconds. Invo potion. The bears are all falling.
Tangle looking for the next bear kill. Rejuvenation can now be dispelled. Both Demon Hunters find themselves in trouble. Needs to be a staff for Moon. Last second. And the Hellstone still available for Life. He can fight on here easily. He doesn't have to use it for a long time. There it is now. Kills were found. One after the next. Life is looking for the advance.
Half a decade of waiting, and now Life is doing it. Nobody stood a chance against Moon up until this one right here. Medusa the Gamer. 4,000 ladder games finally paying off, finally keeping his nerves together. All he's got to do now is finish that victory lap 20 food ahead in a bear mirror. This is looking like a knockout. This is looking like this majestic run is over if Moon can't pull a magic trick out of his head.
Yeah, amazing saves here also on these bears. Look at that. 4 of them deep in the red. He's waiting for fresh bears to apply that rejuve and get ready for the next round. That health stone was so damn good. So many kills. Great control here by Life. Moon, it seemed a bit running out of steam towards the end of this series. A great run might be coming to an end here. This is going to take some miracles for Moon to come back from.
Dude, Life's Demon Hunter has 1000 damage more than Moon's. If you look at the item, or looked at the item, just how?
Doesn't seem to make sense, but Life is making it work. All that practice paying off. A very, very weak end to the season. We looked at it earlier. It was 6 losses in a row. End of the season in the Super League for Life. He was touted by many, including me, as one of the big prospects for the league. Definitely stayed behind those expectations. But at least so far in this series today, looking really, really good.
Moon playing it incredibly conservative now. Going back up to 50. Life is only at 60. And he got Moonwells, and he got Shops, and he got Wisps. Moon needs a miracle right now.
Detonates need to be good here for Moon, and that's another good detonate. Gets rid of much of the roar, still though down in supply. Mana for Life, low HP, same for Moon. Staff is being used. Demon for Life is staying in the fight longer. He's always able to put out so much damage. We touched on the damage numbers a moment ago. Rejuve is in. Dispel is late. Only now. The Demon is still fighting on. Entangled now. Moon is looking for the hero kill. It's looking desperate.
Yeah, and it's easily telegraphed. It's easy to read. And the bears, they're dropping like flies. 1, 2, 3, 4 about to die here. 40 food. Demon Hunter. Mano a mano. The entangle comes in. The bears are helping out. Life plays it safe. And Moon doesn't have a staff anymore. Demon Hunter falls. Life is doing what Fly, Focus, Starbuck, and Lawlion couldn't, and he knocks out the 5th race of the Super League. This miraculous run is over.
Very much looks like it. Moon trying to get some exit kills. He's going to take out 1 bear, but that still leaves him 10 supply in the dust, with the Demon still benched for 100 seconds. Whereas Life's Demon is rejoining into the fight, very close to that level 5. And everything is so damn hurt for Moon as well, with nighttime soon ending.
Out of all people, it's Life. If you tell me Lawlion beats Moon, okay, I believe that. If you tell me Colorful does it, I believe that. But Life, out of nowhere, with his best Night of Mirror performance in a long time. Coming prepared. Coming prepared. And I hate that you goddamn schmucker right again.
Let's wait until the end of the day. If Colorful beats Life later, then we don't have to call the psychic police yet.
True. Spirit Director Becky, thank you for the sub. Yeah, Life taking it slow though. It's not forcing the issue. It doesn't push during nighttime into a night elf base. Just expand on your advantage. Not with an expansion, but with more units and more items. And the red spot is obviously perfect for that. Did Life miss out on a chance to expand behind these fights? Maybe. Moon is looking for one last fight and one last chance.
Mana for Life is scouting. Didn't get level 5 at the creep camp, which he could have. A bit surprising perhaps, but it was more experience for the keeper of his. He's got 2 heroes now, very close to level 5.
Yeah, that's a huge XP lead. The Demon Hunter isn't even back on the battlefield. If the Dryad reaches, or the bears walk straight into them, that's of course losses that you can't afford.
Moon is known for being amazing at counterattacks, at buying time for himself. But in this game, buying time for himself might only delay the inevitable. Not sure that's going to get him into a leading position, but Moon has to try something. Here's the keeper with the bears. Assault begins against Life's main base.
We might have a little bit of a base race, and this is where Moon shines, where he sees his advantage. Both have a TP. It's a bit of a game of chicken. The Wisp block by Life is gorgeous. He has enough lumber. He can sacrifice these easy. What a play. So simple, so effective. And now we got the fight in Moon's base again.
Oh, keeper though! Moon finds the exposed keeper and gets the kill here easily. Early takes them out, and that means no Thorns Aura anymore. Moon fans are praying all of a sudden. Demon also very hurt. Healing is there. Heal potion necessary. Can these items carry him? The Demon has to do it by himself. Lifesteal with a big supply link.
Fighting against the Tree of Eternity now, packing quite a punch. Potion might be on cooldown here. Any reacher would be great. He's cornered, takes out one more bear, saves the demon again. No way, has a potion, can't use it as it was on cooldown. 4 seconds. B2W rip, is it Moon rip?
Keeper almost dead as well. Dryad Slow comes in. 2 more hits from the Demon Hunter. Spear! Right click! And that's the kill. Level 6 achieved. The Keeper may have been dead, but the Demon Hunter carries the show, and that is it. 3-1 win for Life. Moon is out of the tournament, and Life fights on.
Pandemonium on Twisted and also Autumn Leaves. Great show, but of course, tears. Tears across the Warcraft scene. The 5th race has been eliminated. 4 wins were the limit. Couldn't take out Life. Maybe a bit tired. Maybe felt the pressure at the end, whatever it was. Moon put on a hell of a show, but Life is the winner.